my lovely Sagittarians. This is a Messages from Heaven video for the sign. Whoa. Every time I do this. For obviously your sign, Sun sign, rising sign, moon sign, Sagittarians, for the month of February 2019. So I'm going to get right into the reading, you guys. And first, I just want to remind you that I'm still doing the $5 special one question readings. So if you're interested in receiving one question reading, any question of your choice for $5, you can hit me up below, and in the description box there's information as to how you can reach out to me so you can receive your reading. Okay, and I'm going to be doing that up until March 2019. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick prayer. This is the stone. There we go. This is the stone that I'm going to be using. It is a rose, like a light, almost clear, like translucent. That is translucent, sort of a really, really light pink quartz, rose quartz, for February, because it's the month of love, because of Valentine's Day and other reasons. I mean, it is also Black History Month, all that good stuff. So I wanted to use that, meditate with that, to channel some messages and what's going to come up for you guys in the year of February 2019 for the month. But also, I am having bonus love readings for each sign as well, so do look out for that on my channel. And that will be coming out very soon. So check that out. I also use the rose quartz in that one as well. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to do a quick prayer. Thank you so much, God, for allowing all these beautiful Sagittarians to be here with me today in the month of February 2019. Please give us clarity, understanding, and guidance so that we know how to move forward, how to proceed throughout the month, so we can have a very smooth sailing, beautiful, and manifesting 2019 year. Amen. Okay, so let's get right into it. Yeah, I see the number 2. So normally when I see the number 2, that typically tells me that things pertaining to relationships, but also not only just relationships, choices, making certain choices in between two things. That might be a big theme for you in the month of February 2019, but it could mean, the number 2 can mean anything to you, and if whatever it means to you, it most likely will end up resonating. So I see that the big theme for you guys this month, Sagittarians, is there's a lot of loose ends you need wrapping up. There's things that need to be done, that need to be wrapped up and completed. Like you need to, tighten some loose ends, really. And I feel like there's some sort of ongoing situation that you need to bring to a close. Close that book, close that chapter. It's done. It's time to wrap this ish up. And I feel like you're going to have a hard time doing it in the month of February. It's because I see like it's still ongoing up until even March. And you're trying to finish something. You're trying to wrap it up. You're trying to be done with it. You're trying to get it to the closing part of it, complete it. You're trying to finish it. You're trying to complete something in the month of February 2019. Well, what I'm being told here is that it's not going to be done. It seems like it spills over into March 2019. Okay. And I feel like whatever it is, it requires you to give more of yourself in some way. Maybe some more money, more energy, more time. Like you have to keep giving more to it, whatever this is. Or for some of you, it's like you need to continue to have help with something. You can't do it on your own, so you actually need help from someone or something. It could be help financially, help, with resources, with time, with energy. It seems like it's ongoing. You're going to still need that up until March 2019. Whatever this is, it's still ongoing. I also feel like with the situation, there's some disillusionment there. Some things are just not clear. And I feel like something about it is not all as it seems. And that's why it's not really being completed, because people are telling you that it's one thing when there's other things going on that they're not letting you know as to why maybe there's that delay there. You're letting yourself be disillusioned that, it's going to work out fine because if I do this or if I do that, and that'll help me, be able to finish this off or be done with this, or, or no longer have to receive that help or whatever. But then it's like, come on, dude, come on, girl, like be real with yourself kind of thing. It's like, and deep down inside, like what's really going on here, if you throw in a little bit of common sense, you kind of wake up and be like, okay, the reality is dot, dot, dot. You know what I mean? So that's why it's not really finishing off. Because, you're not being realistic with what's really happening here. So it's one or the other. You're not being realistic to yourself and honest to yourself about why, things aren't really finishing up the way you would like them to, or people around the situation. It's kind of making it look one way, or keep saying things like, oh, it's going to happen this way, or it's going to go down that way. And then you're just like, okay, then what's the problem? What's the delay? Like, why can't we get this done? It's because there's some hidden mysterious things that it's not very clear. It's not all honest. It's not all as it seems. And that's why. Okay. When I hear a message like that, I'm like, well, it's time to call someone on their BS. You know what I mean? Like, whether it's calling yourself out or calling another person out on it. So Sagittarians, this is going to be quite a romantic month for you. I do see you guys going on some special date. You guys have like some special date night coming up. And I mean, of course, February, Valentine's Day, that would make sense. But it seems as though there's some special romantic dates or romantic. You have a person that wants to romance you in the month of February 2019. Sagittarians wants to take you out, wants to wants to romance you a bit. Chivalry. Like, I almost feel like this guy or this girl is like, well, mainly it's guys who are chivalrous, but women can be too, in a different sense, in a different way. Because chivalry is not really like it's always been perceived as a guy thing, but women in a sense can be in what it is that they're able to bring to the table, and what, maybe a woman might not open a door for you. That would be awkward, but certain other things that they'd be able to do that's really nurturing and that really is beneficial coming from a woman that people really do tend to appreciate, like cooking you dinner or, like those little types of things, I see there's a lot of stress going on around you in the month of February 2019. I see a lot of stress. And some stress pertaining to this romantic person. It's a bit, I feel like their energy is a bit much, a bit overwhelming. They really want the romance, and you're like, okay, chill out. You know what I mean? And then I almost feel like finances, financial stuff is a bit stressful, a bit burdensome. Because I feel like you're trying to be very practical, and I feel like some of you guys have things and goals that you want to get to, but obviously get to it in a practical way. And I feel like you guys I feel like you guys definitely understand that and have an understanding of, having to do practical things to get to your goals, to get to your dreams. But I feel like some of you guys are very overwhelmed with having to take care of the practical matters and trying to get whatever it is that you're trying to get off the ground, or try to achieve some of those goals through the practical ways. I feel like there's a lot of burden, a lot of stress, a lot of responsibility in having to handle all that and to actually make it happen, Some of you guys, there's a woman in your life that is a little bit stressful or a little bit of a burden. I almost feel like for some of you guys, you kind of feel like you have to kind of play the martyr with this person. Like, you kind of have to put yourself aside to kind of put that other person's feelings or situations first. Not that, and I don't see that they really want to do it in a mean way or on purpose or to make you feel bad, but it's just the dynamic that seems to be playing out between you and that person within that relationship. And so, and that person could be anyone for you. I pick up an earth sign female, so that could play out for any which way for any of your Sagittarians. It could be romantic, it could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be a coworker. But it seems as though sometimes this person sort of plays the victim mentality role. And, there's people that are very obvious in how they play that role. Like, it's like, oh, woe is me, really, literally. And then there's other people that they kind of have like this weird indirect way of doing it. Kind of like, it's fine. I'll just have to go ahead and take care of myself and do everything. I have no problem with that. Like, it's fine. That's just how life is. I'm just going to have to deal with it. And you're like, okay, really? You know what I mean? Like, really? So you kind of have to put your feelings aside for this person, and that tends to be burdensome for you and overwhelming, and I feel like some of you guys are having to do that. So it's two things. That person has that personality, and that's why you kind of feel like overwhelmed by them. And for others of you, it could be that you have to put yourself aside because you have to take care of someone at this time, whether it's a family member or so on and so forth. Because I don't see that this person's doing this in a very malicious way. I just feel like that's the dynamic between the two of you at this moment in time as far as the relationship. You know, so it could come off in different ways. You want to be there for them, but like you have to realize maybe you're always putting yourself aside to be there for them, where it's like, you know, it kind of has to, you know, especially with friendships too, if that's a friendship situation, you kind of have to have it both ways. You can't just always be that person to always be there for them, but then when you want them there for you, it's like crickets, you know. And again, they don't mean to do it on purpose. I just think the dynamic's always been like that, so that's the flow. And if you want to change it, you got to change it, and, you know, let it be known, but that's up to you. Okay. Yeah, you're coming to, like, I feel like you're at an end of a cycle or a chapter in your life, trying to wrap something up. You're coming to an end of a cycle and end of a chapter here. And, like, we're at the last lap, the end to a situation. But again, it just doesn't seem like it fully wraps up in the month of February. Some of you guys have been having a challenge with a situation. You've been tested by a situation. Some of you have been tested with your dating life. You've been tested by a couple of people, and so you're choosing to move in a new direction in how you approach your dating life at this time. Some of you guys are with a romantic person or someone who's interested in you in a romantic way. You're dating someone at this time, one person specifically, or, you know, or it could be your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. It seems like you have some challenges that kind of creep up. Like some challenges that kind of creep up within that situation again here in the month of February. And so now it's time to make a decision about that. And some of you guys are going to choose to move in a new direction in how you approach the situation with this person. But overall, it's time to move in a new direction. It just seems like some of you guys are realizing in order to wrap something up or to get things moving or to stop having like little things keep creeping up as challenges in the situation that you've been through before with that person, or to have challenges in general, to not continue to be tested by the situation. I feel like the test ultimately is pushing you to make the decision to move in a new direction on how you handle this situation. So just going about it a different way than you have before. But you kind of seem like you have to kind of assess, okay, what have I done before that wasn't working? So what do I need to do now moving forward? That's kind of what you're going to be doing. Okay, this hasn't been working before within my dating life, or this hasn't been working before with my romantic interest or my romantic partner. So what do I need to do moving forward in a new way so I don't keep getting the same results, the same challenges, the same issues? Because we're getting there. We're almost to that point where we're doing okay, like things are okay, but there's something not clicking, and I'm trying to get to a point where it clicks. It could be pertaining to a person, but for some of you, it's not going to pertain to a person. It's pertaining to a situation. Okay? Yeah, and I feel like whatever this is, it's been stressing you out. It's been a burden. It's been weighing heavy on you. It's just too much, overwhelming. So it seems like it's either pertaining to your romantic partner or interest, or your dating life, your love life, or your like a situation that you've been trying to finish or work on or get done. And I feel like you guys are definitely going to be embracing moving in new directions on different areas of your life, not just one. What else do I want to say? Yeah, I feel like you're at the final lap where you're encouraged to make some sort of change, like a big change of circumstance in a big way. Some of you guys are going to get some sort of offer, and it could be in career or it could be in love, it seems. And it seems like some sort of offer is coming in, and you're going to feel like you need to sleep on it before you really make a decision or proceed. You're like, can I get a minute to think about this, you know? And I see some of you guys having to do that in the month of February, Sagittarians. Some of you guys are approaching your value system and your belief system in a new way, in a different way. Some of you guys are approaching religion in a new way, in a different way. Some of you guys are approaching your marriage in a new way or a different way. Yeah, I feel like some sort of big decision needs to happen within maybe a corporate company for some of you that you guys are working in. Maybe moving in a new direction with that. Maybe the company you're working with is moving in a new direction, because I pick up that as well. Like a company or an organization that you're working with, or if you work at like a big facility, like at a hospital or a school, some things like that. Either you're choosing to move in a different way or a new direction when it comes to your career if you work in those those types of situations, or the environment that you're working in is going to be like that, changing in that way. Some of you guys are going to make a decision to just go off and do real estate, something with real estate, like maybe purchasing a property, or like buy and like invest and do rehab and resell kind of thing, like a fix and flip, or something pertaining to that, embracing some sort of new direction in working with properties, actually. Some of you guys are very overwhelmed with family situations as well. I feel like you're happy. I feel like family situations are fine. I just feel like there's a lot of responsibility there to make it that way, to maintain it, and to be that way. Okay, happy, fine, everyone's all good and cheerful, and, to maintain that, and to, everyone's happy and healthy, and, everyone's got what they need, and but to keep fulfilling that and maintaining that, that's a lot of work. And sometimes it can weigh heavy on you. What else do I want to say? And I feel like a few of you Sagittarians have this issue where it's like more things that you seem to fulfill for yourself. Like, if I feel like you're able to fulfill certain things in your life, and more things as you fulfill them for yourself, the more overwhelming it is to maintain them. Again, the same message. The more things you're able to attain for yourself and that you're able to fulfill for yourself, as far as your goals, your dreams, even material things, or so on and so forth, it's all good and dandy, but to continue to maintain it is overwhelming. Like, more money, more problems is an example, but in that sense, you know what I mean? So much of a good thing that you've been wanting, to protect that and to maintain that, it takes so much more work. So, I feel like spiritually, the messages here, as far as spiritual messages, in the month of February 2019 for you Sagittarians, is that something happened or is going to happen, if it hasn't happened already, that would have come off as a blessing in disguise for you. So maybe something didn't quite work out in the way that you were expecting it to, and you probably thought, oh darn, like that, it sucks, or it's not going to work out, or it's, not going in the way that I wanted it to go. So what do I do from here? Well, I feel like in the month of February, there's going to be some improvements there, because you're not going to give up. You're going to keep pursuing whatever it is that you're trying to go after or do or make happen. And I see that ultimately there's going to be a happy outcome to the situation, because it's ultimately going to end well, very well. And and then that's when you're going to realize how much of a blessing in disguise it was, because it seems like it's going to be a better situation than what you probably first was getting into or getting involved with. So it's actually going to turn out well. Just keep pushing, don't give up, keep pursuing. Just go at it in a different way, in a different angle. Maybe find a different resource to go after whatever it is that you're trying to do, a different contact, a different, network, a different contact, or, do different things on how you can make it work. And it seems like ultimately it's going to end well for you. It's going to bode very well for you. Okay. So let me talk about career for you, Sagittarians. For career, it seems as though it seems like you're going to be very receptive in the month of February, Sagittarians, and you're open. I feel like your energy is very open, and you're very true in nature to yourself. I feel like you're very authentic to you, but most importantly, I feel like you're you need to be open to sometimes taking care of you and nurturing yourself too. Sometimes you got to kind of cut the noise out. I don't know why I keep getting like moms that do so much. You know what I mean? And they like, and it's not just moms, but like I kind of get this vibe, like, you know, you're like the matriarch or the patriarch of the family, like you really hold it down. And the man or the female, you guys really hold it down. And it's like there's so many, and I'm talking about not just like your immediate family, like even with like the grandparents or like your parents or like, you know what I mean? Like it's, you really hold it down for other people, you know, in your circle, either your circle of friends or your family. And I almost feel like some of you Sagittarians, especially, I feel like some of you guys really need to take the time to nurture yourself, to take care of you, take care of your health, make yourself pretty, make yourself beautiful. Take just, you know, give yourself a good scrub down. Like, you know what I mean? Make sure you just feel nice and clean and squeaky, and like do your hair, or, you know, style your hair, like buy some new clothes so you can look fresh and good. Take yourself out to the restaurant, or just go with your family and and go out and enjoy the restaurant and just enjoy good food and drinks and all that good stuff, because I feel like you guys, you just need that for yourself with the work. I mean, you guys work hard, and I feel like, you know, it's time to just use that money that you made and say, let me enjoy this. Let me enjoy my life, you know, and what I've been able to attain, and what I'm able to make happen, you know, what I've been able to make happen for myself and with the people that I'm surrounded by. Because that way you'll be more you'll feel more grounded is what I want to say. Because I feel like this month you feel grounded, but I feel like you'll feel even more grounded when you do those types of things for yourselves. And I feel like that date night is one of those things that's going to help you feel more grounded. I feel like some of you guys are actually going to make decisions to within your marriage or relationship to do more date nights, to get more romantic, so that you guys feel more grounded, more balanced. Yeah, I feel like you guys kind of need to cut out the noise, things that don't serve you, things that aren't that important, like declutter, like the nonsense. Some of you might even need to clean and get it, you know, to get your mind clear. And then just do something nice for yourself, you know, do a couple of nice things throughout the month. Because I feel like that's really important to with your energies for you guys to keep going. Because I mean, you're not the Energizer Bunny. Like, you need batteries, if that makes sense. And those batteries is loving yourself, nurturing yourself, having people appreciate you too and show you that by nurturing you. So, and some of you guys need to invest in yourself, invest money into yourself if you have to, in projects that you want to do. It's okay to do so. Invest time into yourself, you know, put some of those goals, those things first, and you would have to, you know, make sure you make it a priority, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Do let me know in the comments section if any of the messages resonate. Okay, do look out for the love readings coming out soon. And then also don't forget that I do have the $5 special reading, so do check that out in the description box below. Thank you so much, guys. I love you, Sagittarians. I hope to see you next month. Bye-bye.